It was Christmas time in London. There was a man named Ebenezer Scrooge. He was a hard-working man, but at the same time he was a miserable, greedy, cruel, and stingy person who didn't know what generosity meant. A day before Christmas, Scrooge and his clerk, Bob Cratchit, were working in the office. Scrooge, as always, was counting his money, while Bob was counting the minutes to go home to his family.
I am so cold in this office, but Mr. Scrooge doesn't want to turn on the heater. He says that it's a waste of money.
Suddenly, the front door opened, and Mr. Scrooge Newfoo came inside.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Christmas! Bah! Christmas is only a lie!
You don't mean that, Uncle.
Of course I mean that! Christmas is just an excuse not to work. Besides, what reason do you have to be happy? You are so poor!
Come on, Uncle. And what is the reason you have to be sad? You're so rich.
Bah!
Don't get angry, Uncle.
Why wouldn't I? I live in a crazy world with fools! Merry Christmas! What is Christmas? It's just a time to pay bills with money you don't have. When you see yourself a year older and not a minute richer. A time to buy gifts you can afford.
But, Uncle.
Go celebrate Christmas your own way and let me celebrate my way.
But, Uncle, I know that there are things I didn't do right, and some things I didn't take advantage of. And one of those things is Christmas. Christmas is the only day where people seem to get along just fine. It's a time for forgiveness, love, and charity. It's where people open their hearts to one another. Maybe, Uncle, Christmas hasn't given me a gold or silver coin, but it goes good to me. That's why I say, blessed by Christmas.
Wow, that was a wonderful speech. I wonder why you don't work for the government.
Don't get angry, Uncle, and come to our house tomorrow. My wife and I are preparing a delicious dinner. You'll be our special guest.
Thanks, but nah.
But why, Uncle?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fall in love? Have a nice day.
But, Uncle, you never came to our house before, and you're using my marriage as an excuse. That is no fair.
Have a nice day.
I don't need anything from you. I don't ask you for something. Why can't we be friends?
Have a nice day.
I'm sorry, Uncle, that you already took a decision. But I insist in celebrate Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Have a nice day, a happy new year, and goodbye.
As you wish, Uncle, and Bob, have a Merry Christmas.
I wish the same to you. Goodbye.
Then, Mr. Scrooge Newfoo left the office.
How about that? A clear Christmas and minimal salary with a wife and kids talking about Merry Christmas. You must be crazy.
Sir, I have finished copying all the letters and filed the paperwork. I also brought in more firewood and swept out the ashes. And well, it's closing time, Mr. Scrooge.
Fine, if your work is finished, you can go now.
Mr. Scrooge, tomorrow is Christmas, a day to spend with family.
You'd like the day off, I suppose.
Well, yes, Mr. Scrooge. After all, it's Christmas.
Christmas? Bah! Fine, take tomorrow off. But be here early the next day.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas.
Humbug.
Scrooge opened the door and Cratchit went home. Then Scrooge returned to his desk to finish his accounts. After a few hours, Scrooge closed his account books and proceeded to close the office. When he got home, he climbed the steps to his bedroom, sat in a chair beside the fire, and started to eat his supper. Suddenly, he heard all bells ringing, and a strange and loud noise coming from the outside.
Who's making that noise? I must have fallen asleep.
But the strange noise continued, until he saw a ghost coming through the bedroom door.
I think I am dreaming.
No, this is not a dream.
I know you. You're Marley. What do you want from me?
I want a lot from you. Do you see these chains? I'm chained to my sins.
What sins? You're a hard worker and a good businessman.
Businessman, I took advantage of people while I was alive. I never learned the value of love and charity. Now I have to wander the earth, unable to find peace. Hear me, Scrooge. I'm here tonight to warn you. You still have the opportunity to change, and if you don't, the same fate awaits you. Listen well, Scrooge. Three spirits will visit you. The first will arrive tomorrow when the clock strikes 10. Expect the second on the next hour, the third on the last stroke of the 12th hour.
Then the ghost left the room, floating through the window. Scrooge closed the window and went to bed shaking in fear, and fell asleep. Later on, when the clock struck 10, Scrooge saw a strange creature beside his bed.
Who are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past, so get out of your bed and come with me.
The ghost took Scrooge through time to a small town which Scrooge started to remember. He then remembered the houses, the church, the river, the bridge, and the people.
They cannot see us or hear us. They are just shadows from the past.
Look, the school is not empty. There's a little boy, alone, forgotten by his friends. I know him, poor boy.
Now, let's see another Christmas.
Then they arrived to a house.
This house seems familiar. Oh, this is my house, where I grew up.
Yes, it is. And do you recognize that little boy sitting alone waiting?
It's me, as a child, but why is he alone?
You must know the answer.
Because my parents were working. That is why I was always alone. That is why my Christmas were so sad and lonely.
Come, take my hand. We don't have enough time.
No! I have seen enough! Go away! Don't torture me!
Don't blame me. I told you this was just shadow of the thing that had been.
Take me back!
We have one more stop. Our time is running out.
And they appeared in a garden. Scrooge was now a young man who was sitting in a garden beside a lovely woman. The woman was crying.
I can marry you, Ebenezer. There's something you love more than me.
Nonsense! I love no other woman.
That's true. You love money. You love it more than anything.
There's nothing wrong in loving money. We got engaged when we were poor, and now when we were happy being poor.
I hope you're happy with the life you have chosen.
And the woman ran away from the garden. Old Scrooge and the ghost followed her. When she stopped, Scrooge could see that she was a few years older. She then laughed and played at her feet. A little girl threw her arms around the woman and gave her a kiss.
Help me tie my bonnet, Mother.
Are they her children?
Yes, they are, but they could be yours.
The door opened and a man entered carrying many gifts.
Father!
They ran to him and hugged him. The man laughed and played and gave them the gifts. Then he hugged and kissed his wife.
Stop it! Take me home!
And Scrooge appeared in his own bedroom.
Thank goodness! It was a dream.
Then the clock struck.
No, Ebenezer, it wasn't a dream.
I suppose you are the ghost of Christmas present.
Yes, I am. I am the ghost of Christmas present. I have much to show you. Grab onto my robe. Hurry, we cannot be late.
Scrooge touched the hem of the spirit's robe. The bedroom vanished, and Scrooge found himself on a busy, snowy street. There were many people shopping for last-minute gifts. The stores were still open. People were cooking their best meals, and the bells from the church were striking. Everybody was attending church. Everybody was wearing their best clothes. Everybody was happy.
Everybody looks so happy.
Yes, it's Christmas. What did you expect?
Do you mean they all are happy? Just because it's December 25?
Yes, today they can forget their problems and just enjoy being with their families. They just enjoy the food on their tables and the many blessings they receive.
Then the ghost took Scrooge to Bob Cratchit's house, and standing there at the door, the ghost proceeded to bless the house. Then Scrooge saw Bob Cratchit playing with his children, 3 boys and 2 girls.
Is this where he lives?
Of course, with his salary, this is all he can afford.
Then Mr. Cratchit, in fear, into the dining room, carrying a small turkey on a platter.
They look so poor. Their clothes are so old.
Love is what you can feel here.
Bob Cratchit lifted the youngest boy from a chair in the corner and carried him to the table. The boy was pale and thin and carried a crutch.
What's wrong with him? Why doesn't he walk?
He's very sick. His name is Tiny Tim. His parents doesn't have money for a doctor, so maybe he will die.
Die? But there must be something that can be done. Please tell me he will die.
I see an empty chair in the corner. If the future is not changed, he will certainly die.
No!
What do you care anyway? I will diminish the world population.
At that moment, Scrooge realized that those were his own words and felt sorry for himself. Then he heard his name.
Mr. Scrooge, thanks to Mr. Scrooge, we are having this dinner.
I wish I could see him to thank him personally.
Dear children, it's Christmas.
I know, darling. I hope he has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Let's have a toast for our Christmas and for Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas and God bless us all.
Meanwhile, it was getting late. The ghost took Scrooge to different places so he could see how people celebrate Christmas. People who, nevertheless, were poor. As Scrooge used to say, they were happy and enjoying being together with their families and friends. Suddenly, without a warning, they stood in a room.
I know that voice. It's my nephew. He's having a party.
Ha ha ha, he said that Christmas was only a lie.
You'll be ashamed.
He's very funny, but not a pleasant person.
You told me that he's very rich.
So what, darling? He wealth is useless, but he doesn't do anything with his money.
Yeah, he didn't come to eat with us tonight because he's too busy counting his money.
He prefers to be angry at us than to have fun with us.
They don't like me.
No, unless the future changes.
But how can I change the future?
The room disappeared and they continued their journey. They visit many places. They traveled to faraway lands. They visit the sick people who felt happy, poor people who felt rich, shelters where people felt low. And everything happened in just one night.
Oh! I am in my own bed again.
As he sat up, another ghost floated into the room. He was dressed in black and a dark hood hid his face.
Who are you? First came the ghost of Christmas past, then the ghost of Christmas present. You must be the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Are you here to show me the future? And how can it change?
Come with me. I have a lot of things to show you.
The ghost started walking and Scrooge followed him down the street. Then they arrived to a tiny house.
We have been here before. This is Cratchit's house.
The ghost took Scrooge into the bedroom. There was Mr. Bob Cratchit sitting beside his son's bed. He was very sick.
Why is he crying? The last time I was here, they were so happy.
Maybe you should know.
Sleeping in bed was a little kid, but he was tender and very pale. Mr. Cratchit came into the bedroom.
Darling, what are we going to do? Did you ask Mr. Scrooge for help?
Yes, but he can help us, but his nephew will help us.
I hope it's not too late. What are we going to do without our son?
Why? Tell me what's wrong with the little boy. Is he going to die? What can I do to help him? Please talk to me.
The ghost did not answer. Then everything turned dark and Scrooge appeared in a foggy and cold place.
Where are we? This is a cemetery. Why did you bring me here?
Look out there.
The ghost showed Scrooge a grave.
Before I get near that grave, tell me, is that the image of what it will be? Or just the image of what can be?
The ghost did not answer. Then Scrooge went to see the grave.
Engraved on the headstone was the name Ebenezer Scrooge. Then Scrooge fell to his knees.
No, no! God, listen to me! I have changed! Why do you show me all this if I have lost all hope? Please tell me that I can change everything you can show me. I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will live in the past, in the present, and in the future. I will not forget the lesson that all the hosts have taught me. Oh, please tell me that I can erase my name from that grave.
And Scrooge woke in his bed.
Oh, thank you! I've been given another chance. I don't know what day is today or how long I have been a ghost. I feel like a child, but I don't care. I want to be a child again.
Then he heard the church bell striking, and he saw a girl in the street and shoot.
Oh, wonderful! Hey, you over there. What day is today?
It's Christmas, sir. Christmas morning.
Good, I have not missed it.
Then he pulled out a bag of money.
There is a big juicy turkey at the butcher shop window at the end of the street. Buy it and deliver it to Bob Cratchit's house.
But, sir, this is a lot of money.
Keep the change. Hurry up, the Cratchits are hungry.
Yes, sir.
Oh, little girl.
Yes, sir.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, sir. And Merry Christmas to you too.
Scrooge dressed in his finest clothes and headed toward his nephew's house. He was feeling really happy and excited. He waved everybody in the street and treated nicely.
Here, kid. Take this money and buy some Christmas candy.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
When Scrooge reached his nephew's house, his nephew was surprised to see him.
Uncle, I'm so happy to see you. I'm really glad that you changed your mind about Christmas dinner. Come and celebrate the holiday with us.
Yes, thank you for accepting me.
His nephew's wife set an extra place at the table.
We're happy to have you here. You've arrived just in time for the turkey.
After dinner, Scrooge said a few words.
Thank you. I've never eaten a more delicious dinner. But I have to go now. I have some other things to do and people to visit.
And Scrooge headed to Bob Cratchit's house. Mr. Cratchit opened the door and she couldn't believe her eyes when she saw Mr. Scrooge standing in front of her.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, what a surprise! I want to thank you for the wonderful turkey.
It was a pleasure for me.
Mr. Scrooge, please come in.
Cratchit, you've worked long hours without complaining for many years. I am raising your salary. And I will also help you supporting your family.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Scrooge. You are so generous.
Merry Christmas!
Scrooge did more than what he said he would do. He took care of Tiny Tim as a second father would do. Some people loved to see how he changed, but he didn't care. Scrooge never saw again the ghost, but he had many friends and was always close to his family. Each time he had a meal with his friends and family, he would say,
God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
Thank you for your attention. I hope you like the play. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.